60 days, carry more than 60 days of leave into October 1st, and the military can wipe out every day above that line. Gone. Unpaid. And the warning is printed every month. On a one-page statement most troops never read past the bottom number. That statement is your LES, the Leave and Earnings Statement. Pull it up on your phone and it looks like a wall of codes. But buried in that wall are the exact lines where the military quietly overpays you, underpays you, or takes money back. And almost nobody checks them.
I'm Erica. Here is the one idea that unlocks the whole page. Your LES is really 3 columns and 1 total. Entitlements, the money you earn. Deductions, the money withheld. Allotments, the money you send out. And at the very bottom, what actually lands in your bank account.
Hi everyone, Cynthia here. And nobody is born knowing how to read this thing. I sure didn't. The first time I saw all those codes, I scrolled straight to the net pay and hoped it was right. That is exactly how errors survive for months.
Fenrir here. Take a step back and look at the scale. The Department of Defense pays millions of service members every month through one giant accounting system. At that size, mistakes are not rare, they are routine, which is why the burden of catching them lands on exactly one person: you.
So here's the version going around. People swear the military just pays whatever it wants and there's nothing you can do. Verdict: half true. The system does make mistakes, but you can absolutely catch them if you know the 5 lines to check. And the question I see under every military pay video is this one: how do I actually know if the military is paying me the wrong amount? Short answer: you read 3 columns and check 5 lines. That's the whole video. One thing before we dig in. We put a free plain English LES guide and a take-home pay calculator at military.professorerica.com so you can check your own statement line by line as we go. Coming up, we'll run the real after-tax math, name the 5 lines that cost you the most, and show you exactly where to pull yours. Erica, start us at the top of the page.
Yeah, start at the top left corner, because that is where the money is. The left column is labeled Entitlements, and it lists everything the military owes you this month. Base pay first, set purely by your rank and your years in service. Then 2 allowances that surprise every new troop.
The 2 that aren't really bonuses.
Right. BAH, your housing allowance, tied to your zip code, your rank, and whether you have dependents. And BAS, a flat monthly food allowance. Stack any special or incentive pays on top: C-pay, jump pay, a language bonus, and the sum of that whole column is your gross pay.
The housing line, BAH. How is that actually different from money I could just spend on anything?
Look at the whole page as one flow, not one check. Start with entitlements, everything you earn. Subtract deductions, the taxes and the withholdings. Subtract allotments, the money you send out to your own accounts. What's left is the net that hits your bank.
And the version going around says allowances are just free bonus cash on top of your salary. Verdict: busted. BAH and BAS are part of your real pay, and they're the lines that break most often when you move or change dependents.
One more surprise, and it's a good one. Those allowances, the housing one and the food one, are tax-free. So a service member's take-home can quietly beat a civilian salary that looks bigger on the offer letter. Both things are true. The base looks small, and the total package is larger than it reads.
Okay, so the left column is money earned, and it's bigger than it looks. One clean step down the page, what comes out?
Let me pause for just a second because this genuinely helps. If you are getting value here, hit that like button, then subscribe and ring the bell. It costs you nothing, and it is the single biggest thing that keeps these videos coming. Verdict time on the middle column. This is where the money leaves, and where people feel robbed.
Okay, the middle column is deductions, and it splits into 2 kinds: what the law takes and what you chose. The law takes federal tax, state tax if your state charges it, and FICA.
Take FICA first. That's Social Security and Medicare, and it runs about 7.5% off your base pay.
7.65. I checked the IRS page this morning. 6.2 for Social Security, 1.45 for Medicare.
7.65. It's correct, and I hate that you had it memorized. Continue.
Let me show you the cuts on one real paycheck. Picture Sophia, an Army sergeant, 4 years in, married. Her entitlements this month come to about $4,760 gross. Now watch what the deductions do to it.
Run the legal cuts first. Federal and state tax pull about $380 right off the top.
Then FICA takes that 7.65% of her base pay, about $230. And SGLI, her $500,000 life insurance, is $26 flat.
Then the money she chose. Her TSP retirement, 5% of base. Another $150 gone, but that one is paying her.
Run the subtraction. $4,760 minus everything, and Sophia's real net is $3,974 in her account.
And Cynthia, you've had a question building since the top of this column. Go ahead.
I do. If tax and FICA only come off base pay, why is the whole deduction column still so big?
One question first, back at you. What's the biggest line I didn't list? A debt. If you ever took an advance, or the system overpaid you, it claws that money back right here, and a debt line can dwarf every tax on the page.
So the middle column is the law, plus your choices, plus any debt. That last one is where people get wrecked. Next, the money that leaves before you even see this page.
Take the right column now, allotments. This is money that leaves your pay automatically before it ever touches your checking account.
Yeah, you set these up yourself. A chunk to a savings account, a car insurance premium, a payment to family, a loan. The military just roots it out the door on payday. Handy, and also the easiest place to keep paying for something long after you meant to stop.
So an old allotment could still be draining money I forgot I even set up?
Constantly. Verdict. It's the number one thing people find the first time they finally read this page.
Here's where the whole page reconciles. The summary section does exactly one piece of arithmetic. Total entitlements minus total deductions minus total allotments equals your net pay. So if the bottom number ever looks wrong, the error is sitting in one of those three columns, and now you know how to hunt it down. That settles it.
There's a corner of this page that costs people the most, and it's the leave box.
Right, the leave box. It shows the days you started with, days you earned, days you used, and your balance. And here's the trap. Okay, so if I'm sitting on, say, 75 days, and the cap is 60 on October 1st. Hang on, let me count that out loud. 75 minus 60. That's 15 days just gone, unpaid, every single year.
And that's leave you could have taken or sold. 15 days of pay deleted by a calendar.
2 more boxes matter. The remarks area shows your TSP year to date, so you can confirm your retirement money is actually landing every month. And the tax box shows your wages and your exemptions, which controls how much gets withheld in the first place.
Take one step back. Every line on this page, earned, withheld, or sent out, is authorized and paid by one place, the Department of Defense. This statement is your monthly receipt from them, and it's the only proof you get.
So the summary proves the math, the leave box has a deadline, and the TSP box proves your future is funded. One clean step left, where you actually get this thing.
Let's do something real. Cynthia, you just shipped and you pulled up your very first LES, and something looks off. Fenrir and I will help you catch what's wrong. 5 errors, the ones that actually cost money.
Okay, first thing, my housing money, the BAH line, it's blank, or it looks way too low. Is that normal?
Look right there. That's error 1, and it's the most common one there is. BAH that never started, or started at the wrong zip code or the wrong dependent rate. Fix. Walk into finance with your orders and your address today. That's real money, often a couple $100s a month.
Scroll to Deductions, see a line that just says Debt or Advance Repayment. Verdict, red alert. If you took an advance, fine. If you didn't, someone thinks you owe money you don't.
Wait, they can just put a debt on there? What do I even do?
Dispute it in writing. One question first, always. What is this debt, and where is the paperwork? Never just pay it because it appeared.
Error 3 hides in plain sight. Your TSP line says 0. You think you've been saving for retirement, and you actually never enrolled. Months of no contributions, and worse, months of matching money you'll never get back.
And my leave balance is high. Earlier you said high is bad. Why?
High, past 60 days, near October, yes. That's the use or lose cliff we counted a minute ago. Fix. Request leave or sell it before the fiscal year closes on September 30th.
Take the last one, and it's the sneakiest. The dependents count. A marriage, a new baby, a divorce. If that number is stale, your BAH can be wrong, and your SGLI beneficiary can be wrong too. One of those is money. The other is who gets paid if the worst happens.
Wait, the SGLI one isn't even about my paycheck. That's my family.
So here's what I'd actually do, and it's the shared takeaway. Forget memorizing every code on the page. Just check 5 lines. Housing, debt, TSP, leave, dependents. Do it monthly and carry anything off to your finance office with paperwork in hand. That is the whole defense.
Yeah, so where does this statement actually live? One place, mypay, the official DFAS system.
Okay, explain it to me like I've never once opened it. I log in where, and how often does a fresh one even show up?
One clean step. You go to mypay.dfas.mil and you log in with your CAC card or your login and password. A new LES posts every month, and you can pull roughly the last 13 months anytime you need it.
Take the timing, because it trips people up. You actually get 2 statements a month, a mid-month one and an end-of-month one. The end-of-month LES is the full picture. That's the one you read.
For the questions people get wrong the most, we called in someone who reads these statements all day long. He knows military pay statements inside out.
Here is what I tell everyone. Your LES is a legal document, not a courtesy. If a number is wrong, the burden is on you to catch it and report it, and the clock matters. The longer a wrong BAH or a bad debt sits on there, the harder it gets to unwind later.
So what's the single most common mistake you actually see?
People confirm the net pay at the bottom and stop. They never check that their TSP is really contributing, or that an old allotment ended. Read 3 lines every month. Housing, retirement, and any debt, 90 seconds. It's the highest paid 90 seconds of your whole month.
One question first. If finance swears the number is right and you still think it's wrong,
Then you go up the chain in writing with your orders attached. Pay disputes and recoupment are won on documents, never on memory. So if I leave you with one thing, it's this. Keep every LES. That folder of statements is your evidence.
That settles it. Pull your LES tonight, check the 3 lines, and file it away. The statement only protects you if you actually read it.
Quick landing. Your LES is 3 columns. Entitlements you earn, deductions withheld, allotments sent out, and the summary that reconciles them into your net pay. Read it, and it stops being a wall of codes.
The 5 lines that cost real money are housing, any debt, your TSP, your leave balance, and your dependents count. Check those 5 every month. Both things are true here. It's simple, and almost nobody does it.
And nobody is born knowing this. If it feels like a foreign language tonight, that's normal. One clean step. Open mypay, find the leave box, and just confirm your balance. Start there.
one question first, before you close the app. Is your TSP line actually contributing? Take 90 seconds and go check. Next time we run how the military thrift savings plan match really works, and how many troops leave free money on the table.
If this saved you from missing something on your own statement, hit like, it helps the next troop find it. Subscribe and we keep these pay numbers current every year because the rates and the rules do change. And the one we honestly can't answer for everyone. Have you actually read your whole LES this month? Or just the net pay at the bottom? Be honest and tell us below. If it fits in one viral clip, it is missing something. Stay sharp.
That was tight, Tiffany. 9 out of 10 and a slightly threatened host. This is Professor Erica. Thanks for watching and signing off.